Craig Chasky, talking about essential oils, really important information. It's so healthy for people. It builds your immune system and in many cases turns people's health issues around, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So we were talking about how you're infusing it into food.
Exactly.
And does it, you're taking it internally, so it gets to work a lot quicker, obviously.
Absolutely.
And even breathing it has amazing effects, doesn't it? People diffuse this in the air and so forth.
Michael, you hit the nail on the head. 3 applications with pure oils, not ones that say not for internal use. That means they've been adulterated with alcohol or perfume. Mm-hmm. So pure oils, it would take about 3,000 kilos of lemons to make one little pint of oil, because it's diffused.
Wow.
And the farmers need help with the certification, so we fund them a lot of money so that they don't have to worry about that, because certification is very expensive and machinery is very expensive. But the point is 3 ways: aromatically, which you just did, topically, which at the bottom of your feet, our skin is the largest porous area of our body, so at the bottom of your feet at night you can rub lavender or lemon or peppermint on the bottom of your feet. It permeates in 5 minutes.
What would that do for you?
Well, lavender is actually very calming, but a lot of people don't know, and I played hockey. I have a deviated septum, so lavender is an antihistamine. So it helps me breathe better at night. And who doesn't want to snore? Right. Or a partner doesn't want the other person to snore. Lemon has many benefits. Of course, you remember Pledge, had lemon oil in it for furniture polish, but lemon is an antispasmodic and antiseptic and antibacterial. Our cell wall usually has the bacteria on the outside, so that attacks the bacteria first, then the oils penetrate, actually go into the cell and kill the viruses.
You've got a great, simple thing here, talking about specific oils and how to use it in certain foods and what it can do for you, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. I mean, there's so many important properties of oils. How can people find out more about this, and where could they potentially get some of these things or learn about them?
Well, I teach, as I spoke, at Get Fit Fuel. We actually retail it at our South Washington location, which is right in Sarasota. And we do a lot of classes there. I do demonstrations. People can come in and sample it and get educated. We have documentation. I'm not a pharmacist. I'm not a physician, but I do have my own testimonial from having Lyme disease and curing myself.
That's pretty impressive. Talk about the alkalinity versus acidity in the body and how that staves off disease.
Great question. Do you have a swimming pool?
Yep.
Okay. So when it rains a lot, what color does it usually change?
Greenish.
Right. And what do you have to add to it to get?
Chlorine.
Exactly. Or sulfuric acid.
I don't, but yes.
Guess what? Michael, our systems are the same way. Yeah. They're like swimming pools. We're acid prone. So we eat a lot of acid. What does acid produce?
We eat a lot of acid because it's in the food.
Exactly. Acid produces cancer. Cancer can't exist in an alkaline-based body. So
say that again, because that's so incredible.
It's amazing. Cancer cannot exist in an alkaline-based body.
Okay.
And I do a pH testing. I have pH strips. And I had a class one night, and I tested this one woman. She was a 5. So basically, without becoming alarmed, she should have gone to the hospital, because you've got to get right around 7. Just like your swimming pool, because you want to balance that. So what happens is, the mantra was eat more vegetables. Absolutely. More greens, more leafy lettuces.
That's what creates the alkaline environment.
Exactly. Now you can get too alkaline, so you got to be careful.
Right.
Balance.
I read an article that said 1 can of soda, you have to have like 100 times more alkalinity to just balance your system out, and your system's always looking for balance.
Exactly.
And hence, where's it going to get its alkalinity? It's going to start pulling it out of your bones, isn't it?
It will, and that's a whole nother segment we can talk about one day.
Yeah.
That there's more osteoporosis in kids today than there are in adults.
Yeah. Wow. So talk a little bit more about how food is creating health in this in your world, and what you're doing. Well, what kind of foods you're creating for that?
I've been cooking with herbs all my life: basil, thyme, oregano, marjoram, cilantro, and it can take it to a certain level. But then it cooks out. So now you take the pure oil, which has been extracted and concentrated in a small dosage, has tremendous concentrated properties, so you don't use as much because we're used to doing this.
Right.
You know, people do that with salt.
Yeah, it takes one drop.
Exactly. One drop is just amazing, and the cost is ridiculous. It's very inexpensive.
Yeah.
So I'm meeting with chefs and at Get Fit
How
Fuel.
much is a little bottle of lemon?
Well, lemon's about $25. There's 250 drops in there. It'll last you a month and a half. And you know, I put it in my water before I go to bed at night, and it alkalizes.
I've been to several of your catering events, and what amazes me is that the food, you know, that looks really healthy, it tastes really good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I don't know how you do it, but
Well, there's a method to the madness, and it's just like anyone's profession, whether you're a teacher or an artist or whatever, you've mastered it. I believe I have mastered this, and I've done a lot of studying and research. It's taken many years. I believe my calling was, you know, it's to work with this and to help people, and to help people fortify themselves and empower themselves so we can be on the planet longer.
where can people find out about your classes or information about this?
Okay, we list them on Facebook.
Okay.
Our events are always listed there.
What is your Facebook page?
It's Craig Chasky, and it'll say Chef Craig.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, and then at Get Fit Fuel, we also list our events there as well for our classes.
Chef, I've really appreciated your time today. I hope this was really helpful. Check us out. Check out our other shows on youtube.com/HomeCare Sarasota. And thank you for watching. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Stay with us.